collection of tarot and oracle cards. So, first of all, I wanted to highlight these gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous nails that Miss Lori Latte ASMR just sent me in the mail. Oh my gosh, aren't these the best? So this was my first time doing press-on nails, and it was actually really fun to do, so now I'm kind of into it, so maybe I'll get some more. We'll see. Okay, so I kind of divided up this category of cards to make it a little bit more organized for you guys. So the first set of cards that we're going to go through is the tarot cards. So this is actually the very first tarot deck that I ever had. So this one is called the Fountain Tarot. It has this beautiful iridescent packaging to it. And just a little bit of a backstory. Cards are divination tools. They do not necessarily tell the future as you may stereotypically know like psychics to be. They are simply tools that we can use to help us better understand our feelings, our emotions, our lives, and things like that. So they just kind of help you interpret things. By the way, I have a lot of cards, so just sit back and enjoy, y'all, because I had this entire Lululemon bag filled to the top. So you're in for a treat. If you guys want like a full, like in-depth video, I can show you more. Maybe I can try to show you some of the cards. Should we just see? Just so you get a feel. Okay. So these cards have this beautiful geometric pattern to them. And they have a more muted, kind of neutral tone. Some of these are upside down. The Lovers, the Emperor, the Hierophant. So, as you can see, they're just a little bit more moody, if you will. So that is this deck. I used to be super into spirituality and did readings like every single day and like journaled about it and like all kinds of stuff. If you guys want more spirituality related videos, I can definitely do that for you. I love doing readings. They're fun. I just don't do them very often. I feel like people don't really watch them whenever I do make them, but this deck, literally, Lori, you're the best. You're making my nails look gorgeous in this video. So this Lavish Earth deck is all about crystals. So it's kind of more informational in nature. So this is the Crystal Affirmation deck. This was the second deck that I picked up. So, oops. These cards have a crystal, the name of the crystal, and then there's a quote surrounding the outside part. Then there's like a little description of what it means, and then there's keywords at the bottom. Like this one says loving care, self-care, and nurture, blue barite. So all of these cards tell a different little story. I know they're upside down. So that is that deck. I might even have to do this video in 2 parts and make this like the tarot version. Although this one isn't a tarot, I just wanted to show you all the first 2 decks that I ever purchased together. So now another tarot card deck is the traditional Rider-Waite Tarot. So this is the deck that is great if you are just learning tarot. Although the best way to find your own card deck is find cards that resonate with you like you like the imagery of them, you feel the vibe of the deck, that's kind of a good way to tell if it's a deck for you. But this is a classic. It is the Smith-Waite Tarot deck. But this is the borderless edition. And the colors of this one are a little bit more muted and toned down compared to the actual traditional one. That one's a little bit more bright. But as you can see, the imagery is very like classic. We got some line work and simple imagery like that. And I've actually done projects before in photography where I dressed up as tarot cards and I like made this set as my background with fabric, and it took forever. Maybe I could show you guys that one time on a video. Seven of Pentacles, Three of Swords. I think this would be fun just to go through like one deck at a time and like just go through the cards for some video, because I definitely won't have time to show it all. But please just let me know what you guys want to see involving this, because I think this is such an interesting world and I just don't give it enough time and attention because I feel like people don't care, but maybe I'll do care. So yes, that is the Rider-Waite deck. So like I said, if you're just beginning to learn about cards and you want to understand the meanings, I think it's good to get a universal deck so that you can kind of learn from other tarot readers on YouTube and be able to like reference the same deck that they have. So that is that one. Next is the Housewives Tarot deck, a domestic divination kit, and it comes in this super cute recipe box, and it's all like 1950s themed, which is so cute. So let me try to show you guys. Look at how cute this is. What does this say? This deck belongs to, and it has like a little iron right there. And then we have like these little tabs. So in tarot, I can make like educational videos if you guys want, but like there's something called the Major Arcana. So here's like a little recipe card for the Major Arcana. And there's actually a recipe on here, which is pretty cool. It is an icebox fortune cake. And then there's something called the Minor Arcana. So Major Arcana is stuff that's like big, major life events type things, like very pivotal, important, heavily weighted topics. And then the Minor Arcana are just kind of like supporting energies, but the Major Arcanas are the ones that have more weight to them. So let me grab these cards out of here to show you guys because they're so pretty. So this deck, if you guys like art and you guys like vintage vibes, I think you all would really enjoy this one as a collector's piece. So they all have different suits to them, just like a regular card deck would have. So in tarot, it's like the pentacles, the cups, the swords, and the wands. So all of the pentacles cards in this deck are green. All of the cups in this deck are blue. Swords are red. Wands are this orangey kind of color, like a gold tone. So they're so fun. And then all the Major Arcanas in this deck have this black border. They're more like intense. But it's just so fun. You see like housewives and men and some of them. You see some kids. You see like just all kinds of fun stuff, like kind of funky imagery and things like that. I guess also do like card shuffling videos and like all kinds of stuff. Let's see. Okay. Next up is a fun deck. So this one is called Tarot of Sexual Magic. Sorry about the glare of the ring light on here, by the way. So the Tarot of Sexual Magic is definitely 18 plus vibes out here. OMG, how crazy. So scandalous. So I forget where I found this deck, but like I would watch so many different YouTube videos, and if I saw a deck that I liked, I would just buy it, and I had a good job at the time, so I spent like a lot of my money on this. But you know what? It's all good. So this deck just has these little circles right here with this design on them. And then the cards, they have very much like a fairy tale storybook type energy to them, but they are nude imagery in some of them. They're not all like that, but there's a lot of like someone desiring someone. There's a lot of like energy like that in these cards. But the fun thing about having multiple decks is like they have all the same suits. Like this is 5 of Pentacles. You can find a 5 of Pentacles in every single tarot deck. But like whenever you collect a bunch of different cards, they each can kind of tell a little bit of a different story, so can help paint a full picture for you. So like you could mix and match decks. You could do a reading with this deck and like 2 other decks, and you can lay them all out and see which cards you get and just kind of tell a story based on the imagery, the feeling you get whenever you see the card, that kind of thing. But yes, I think it's a very interesting deck. Oh my god, boobies, booty. And based on like the characters that you see in the card, you can again tell a story from this if you really sit there and like listen to your intuition about what it's saying. So yeah, that is Tarot of Sexual Magic. I think the red is such a neat color too. Alright. I'm really wondering if I should split this into 2 parts. I guess we'll decide later. Okay. On a little bit of a lighter note, this deck is the Guardian Angel Tarot card deck. And this one has some sparkles in it, if you can kind of see. I know the ring light's doing some weird stuff, but it's got some sparkles on it. This cute, like lacy detailing. Oh, love it. Guardian Angel Tarot cards. These ones are super, super beautiful, just saying. So, by the way, almost all card decks will come with a little guidebook. So if you're concerned about not knowing the meanings of the cards and you don't want to like Google it or something, it does come with a little guidebook that tell you all about what it means, each card. So some have like pictures, like it just depends on what the author decides to do. But yeah, so this deck of cards in specific, instead of cups, it says the suit of emotion, since cups is emotions. And then let's see what else they're calling them here. I wonder if there's like an index. Hello. Oh, also, sometimes they have like different card spreads for you to do, and then it like tells you what you can do. Like the card placement number 1 represents the situation, 10 represents the outcome, 6 represents the near future. So just stuff like that. There's like different examples for you. angelic imagery, which I definitely am. It is so beautiful. Look at how gorgeous. We got this blue, the pink, and then like the little doily edge, all the flowers. Oh, just love it. And then these have that really classic gold detailing on the sides. It reminds me of like those old storybooks when the sides are painted like this, like classic storybooks. And then each card has a little polka dot border on it with some angel. This is Ace of Emotion. A wonderful new emotional experience is coming into your life. Blah, blah, blah. The Healer of Emotion. So they're all different. None of them are the same. So it's just very interesting to get to like collect all these beautiful little pictures through the card deck and like have a sweet message. So you could just like pull one for yourself, like in your morning routine at the end of the day. If you want to like close your eyes and like spread out the cards and just like pick one, that's another way to do it. Successful completion. This is a time of incredible accomplishment. You're justified in feeling joy, a sense of completion. Hold on, let me put these down. You're justified in feeling joy, a sense of completion, and pride in the amazing job you've done. You've been blessed with many spiritual insights. Soon you'll begin a new journey, but for now, take time to bask in the happiness of your dreams coming true. So just like little positive motivational messages. And this deck in particular, it's very gentle. Like there's not a lot of like negativity type vibes in it at all. Like some can be more like harsh truth-esque, but this one is definitely just very sweet and gentle and non-offensive in any way. So that's what I do like about this one. Put her back in her box. Look how cute. It's like this blue color inside. Where's the lid? What the heck? Oh. Alright. Now we have two more tarot decks. So this tarot deck is the Impressionist Tarot. So if you're into art, you would love this deck. So it's inspired by Monet, Van Gogh, artists like that. So the artwork is like inspired by the style of those artists. So this one is super cool. I don't have very many like this. This one is kind of like a magnetic closure right here. You open it up, then you've got this pretty scene. Then here's the booklet that it comes with. And this booklet is very well made. Like you could just have the booklet and not the cards and be fine. So in here we have like a full page of the card, and then the description is on that side, and these picture frames look so cool. So that is that. And the cards are nestled up in here. A lot of the times cards will have like a little ribbon to kind of like push them through, I guess. She's fallen. Don't mind me. Alright, so these are really neat because the back of them look like a picture frame, like a worn picture frame, which is so cool. So these ones, like I said, have a very distinct style to them. They give off a little bit more of like a worn, vintagey type of vibe, which I think is really intriguing. All the scenes depict something a little bit different, like I said. But it's just such a cool like collector's piece. So these don't explicitly say what it is, so like some decks you might have to like look it up in the booklet until you get to know Cups, a new beginning, a new emotional beginning. Six of Cups, reminiscing, emotionally connected to your inner child. Oh, they're just so gorgeous. I think these are just so beautiful. I think this is Judgment. Judgment, looking down on the people. So yes, I think this deck is so special. I picked this up at a spirituality store in Lexington whenever I still lived there. So that's another thing, like, I'll always remember, like, where I got my in-person decks, because it's like a whole experience. Like, I connected with the cards whenever I saw them. I was so pumped. Oh my gosh, they're falling all over. Alright, I'll just clean this up after. And then the last tarot deck of this video. By the way, stay tuned for part 2 because I'm going to be doing a part 2 on the Oracle cards because I have a lot of cards and it's going to be like a 40-minute video. So this is the last tarot deck. So this is the Akashic Tarot. So to my understanding, the Akashic records is pretty much like the internal wisdom that you have within yourself, but it's like ancient wisdom, so you need to dig deep and like tap into it. So it's very like serious. It's a very like spiritually weighted concept, the Akashic records. It's kind of like the all-knowing truth in a sense. So these cards are very special. They have a lot of unique meanings to them that you won't find in a traditional tarot deck. So, like for this one, I won't use it unless I have the book pretty much because I do like to know what the meanings are of these. So, in here the suits are like scrolls. What else? I'll just read you some of these. Let me just grab this. So, look how cool this is. It's this like green color that fades into a little bit of a yellow. Then we got this really nice ornate yellow design. So as for the cards, they look like photographs. I think it was just like a digitally rendered situation, but it's more like a realistic type of feel. So this is Paths Unknown. This one was the Master Artisan. Stuff's falling. The Chess Game. So if you're looking at this, you might be like, okay, what in the world is that? Then this one is Add Some. So like, it's kind of harder to interpret unless you do have the book. Initiation and the Count Saint Germain. The King of the Scrolls. Will, Wisdom, and Mind. So there's just like a lot to learn. The Bird's Nest. I'll give you guys an example. Let's see, which one should we do? Normally what I do is like I hold the cards and I go like this. Until one kind of like pops up on its own, essentially, like its energy is making itself known. So this is the Ark of the Covenant. So I will just read you that. Or this one, I feel very drawn to this one too. The Bird's Nest, Three of Forces. Let's just see which bright, it is a signal to focus on starting new things or expanding, perhaps your business, your network of friends, or indeed your family. There may be some effort involved. The nest has to be built, and you will need to be open to the additions coming your